Now you're going to have something completely different. Something totally different from me. I write a variety of things. I think I'll start with something which is a direct observation. I actually took a photograph of this scene and wrote the poem like a picture on the photograph. It's based in the Highlands, in a hole in the Highlands. A fragment of sky fallen into the loch, snapped up by an unseen fish. Bright circles, concentric, dying to the shore. The mountain does not comment. On this still morning, it hugs its white shawl around its shoulders and broods. Out on the water, a boat skims like an insect on the meniscus. At my feet, a hole into Hades. Across the black cavity, broken filigree as full of artifice as an antimacassar. What monster scrambled past its flimsy folderols? The dewdrops are its only spoils. I autofocus, kneel, to celebrate its beauty. This is called Baggage. It was inspired by a poem by someone else who was writing, a much younger lady, who was writing about her relationship with her husband. And there was a line in it to do with, where were you when I did this? So I thought I would write this. We stood in different schools today, taught differently. The kids were terrible. We agree the country's going to pot. But now somehow we've forgotten the casual insolence, the blows to self-esteem. Our minds rest calm in each other's gaze. The day's dismissed. Reality takes over. I am not old at home. Do you remember this, you say? You play the music of your 20s. That's the music of my 30s. And I wonder who you danced with. What black mane lay on your pillow then? As I was chauffeured through the slums of Dhaka, what golden-headed diva did you hold? But we've told our stories. Speculations fleeting and benign. We know our baggage weighs light. Long past comparing wrinkles and grey hairs, we bask, reflected in each other's eyes. This is inspired by a prompt that somebody gave me think of an inappropriate moment for a ghost to appear to you and write the story. We go up to Keats' house, Wentworth House in Hampstead, once a month on a Sunday, where a group of very young, very good poets meet, and there's an open mic there as well. So we do our quick open mic there and listen to some very good poetry. This is called Poetry at Keats' House. The salon fills with rhymers and their friends. In the garden, visitors are wandering, where nightingales once thrilled a poet who never saw this room. Startled by a cough, I look up from my scribblings and meet the eyes of John himself. His nostrils flare suspiciously. Sir, who are you? Why sit you here underneath this fruitful tree? I cannot see what flowers are at his feet. For me, 4 walls, brocades and rows of chairs fill my surprised eyes. I'm conscious that my turn to read is now. I bow. Mr. Keats, I'm honoured, please. I hope you're reading next. And that is how John Keats's ghost is guessed in his own home. All agree he's going to go far. Next time I see him, he's sleeping sound in Rome. It's got tattoos, and it doesn't apply to me, as you will see. It's not personal. In the 60s, it was CND, badge of belonging, them and us. She saw the solemn pie chart as an anxious face. She etched it on her shoulder and marched at Greenham. In the 70s, she fell in love. A crimson heart stretched across her chest. No name, for that would change from year to year. But the symbol remained clear. I am one who loves passionately. Its counterpart, with jagged tear and tears of blood, came later. When she married, they said it was for money. The 80s brought a flush of dollar signs, fistfuls of cards, sterling symbols rearing like vipers up her forearms. On each ankle she wore chains of harsh blue ink biting into the white skin. Her wedding ring covered the Celtic knot encircling one finger. L-O-V-E still defined her other knuckles. When the marriage failed, across her belly she created the Titanic, broken, half submerged in the ice of their last years together. The century turned, and champagne bottles on her thighs flexed and sparkled, and tangles of roses, thorny red and blue, hid her past sorrows. Now travel became her comfort. Across her back flowed the wide Pacific, islands, palm trees, parrots, flowers, entwined with initials of new loves, new causes. Across her shoulder blades, "Here be dragons," blazed. The scaly tails and wings of her imagination took on new life. Around her neck, toothy demons struggled, locked with angels singing open-mouthed. When at last she got religion, a crucifix was hammered on the surface of the temple that was her body. Her arms, its arms invaded hers. Her spine stiffened with stylized wood grain, and blood ran from the nails upon her feet. Head shaven, she accommodated the Godhead's suffering. A crown of thorns encircled both their brows. At last, the canvas filled. There was no room for more. Thank you.
Thank you, Janice. I love unexpected swerves in poems, and I loved it out tattooed.
Well, that started as a very short poem.
Yeah.
Somebody encouraged me. You could do more with this. So
and that unexpected swerves was the image of the cross, and I'm not going to start analysing it. I'm doing a PhD in poetry, so I'm going to get used to it. But fantastic. So.